we already have a caller, so let's go to the caller and we'll get to that one in a minute. We have a Crystal just down the street in Homewood. Good evening to you, Crystal. How are you today?
I am well. How are you?
We are great.
Good.
We are great, and I hope you had a good weekend. Appreciate you calling in. If you will, go right ahead with your question.
Yes, thank you for taking my call.
Absolutely.
My question is, I have natural hair, and I purchased a product for natural hair through Amazon, and I used the product, and it ended up burning my scalp and burning my face as well because it ran down in my face and caused discoloration. And I've sent the product back to Amazon, and I explained to them exactly, why I was sending it back, that it was probably too strong for me. However, is there anything that I can do about that?
It's a great question, Crystal. Thank you for that. Callie, your thoughts?
Sure. So what I would say is, in addition to reaching out to Amazon, I would reach out to the actual manufacturer of the product. Put them on notice that you have had an adverse effect. Usually with different types of products, there are reporting requirements through the different government agencies. And adverse events can be significantly underreported because sometimes people don't take that next step and actually call the manufacturer. So I would encourage you to do so, because that might help. If other people all start reporting, that might help a change in the product or it coming off of the market.
Okay, I take it that Crystal is gone. I was going to ask if she's done any research on that particular product just to see if there's any information out there about other issues like this.
Right.
But whatever she does, she wants to put it in writing, I would
Yes.
imagine. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't just call, email, snail mail, something.
But also, I think one thing important about products cases is, I think I heard the caller say that she sent the product back to Amazon. In this particular case, it may be okay. It may be okay as long as you got proof of purchase. But generally speaking, if you have a defective product that you want that has caused harm, don't let that get away. A lot of times, the manufacturer will call and or once they're put on notice, they'll say, "Hey, send that in to us. We need that." Well, yeah, they need it. But we need it too. So, most of the time it's not anything nefarious, but sometimes the product can get lost. And if you don't have the product, you can't really prove that the product was defective. So hang on to it at least until, if you do have a situation like that, hang on to it at least until you talk with somebody, get legal representation, and then we can create a chain of custody for that product.
But it sounds like at this stage, and of course we heard very little about the situation, but doesn't necessarily sound like there's anything in terms of legal recourse at this point in time.
She'd have to do a little bit more research into the product and see if there's active litigation on it.
Gotcha.
It's definitely something to look at anytime you're hurt.
Okay, wonderful. Well, Crystal, thank you so much for calling in. Certainly advise you if you get some time to look into that further, see if there's anything out there. Most of all, we certainly wish the best for you going forward, because that sounds like a challenging situation. So thank you so much for calling in tonight.